Emotional attachment is different, man. People don't like that. People don't like that.
You can smash my girlfriend, but don't take her to the movies.
It's different, man.
Some people have different ways of being in relationships. Polygamy has been huge. We've talked about it for like the whole time we've had a show. But another article, shows the 6 signs that can tell you if your relationship is ready or fit for polygamy. Now, this recent study showed that some Gen Z age participants, most of them opt for open relationships. So this is something that, the younger generation is more open to. But actually, in this article, I had a hard time because it said 6 signs, but I only found 5. I don't know if you found the 6th, but the first one is like if your mind is a curious one, if you like being energized by learning new things, whether about themselves or other people, this might be a good polygamy. Might be a good fit for you.
Just if you're curious minded, that's crazy.
I saw Curious George. There was no polygamy. But yeah, I guess it makes sense if you're open minded, if you have been curious. They do have a sexuality called bi-curious. Maybe this is poly-curious. Maybe that's a new thing. I don't know.
They trying to do something different with this article. What's the next one? Other people give you energy?
I feel like I relate to these things, but I feel like everybody's curious and gets
that's
energy,
what I'm saying. Like, that's not fair. This reads to me the way that like horoscopes read, where it's just general enough where it can apply to a really big number of people.
I think they're recruiting, man. They just want people to be like, "Oh, I marked 4 or 5 of these." They say if you have a lot of energy to foster deep connections and intimacy with multiple people, and whatever capacity, you probably have a good predisposition towards being in a non-monogamous relationship. Now, I relate to that. I've had multiple situationships and other things, but to me, to take the extra step to be like, "Oh, you're all my girlfriends and I'm all your boyfriend, and you can have open things," to me, like, that's where I just get turned off. I can't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not I don't like sharing like that. I'm a little selfish.
Yeah. And they also say another sign is if your connection is strong with your partner, in a secure relationship, if both parties are curious, the curious word again, about connecting intimately with others besides each other and want to give their partners the freedom to do the same, they should go for it. I agree with that. Like if both of you are on the same page, you feel secure, you're both curious about it, open the door to let someone else in. But if it's only one person pushing for it and the other person's a little bit insecure about it, I'd say find someone else or, just shut that door. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. One of the main things that they said right after that is once you open the door in your relationship like that, you can't rely on the fact that your relationship is exclusive to prove that you two love each other. So you have to have like a really strong sense of attachment, love a variety of different things about each other. It can't just be like, oh, this is my person that I only have sex with, and then we do these other things together. Like it has to be, you got to feel solid in this relationship.
Yeah. It is difficult adding another party in there. It's hard enough to be just with one other person, 2 people to get along. Imagine adding a 3rd, 4th, 5th person. Like it sounds like a lot. But they also say like if there's like distance in the bedroom, while you might love each other deeply, a sexual disconnect might still occur, leaving confusion and lack of romantic satisfaction. This is particularly true for kinksters and people who like group sex. I think that's obviously specific. Yeah. Because it's just like, oh, just because we're not connecting sexually, let's bring someone else in. Let's bring a tag team partner.
Spice it up. The more people, the merrier. Like,
oh man.
Honestly, a lot of these things just seem like people are exploring a lot sexually, and I don't know. Are we just becoming obsessed with sex as a society?
Ask Adam 22, man. He opened that door and he's still being a cuckold. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's going in that direction.
Yeah. I think it is too. You know, I dated this girl who told me, you know, that her ex was a cuckold. And you know, their relationship ended shortly afterwards. You know, she actually took it upon herself to go with another guy. It turned the guy, her boyfriend at the time, on, but he drew the line. He was upset that they went to the movies together.
See, that's that emotional attachment we talked about the other episode. Emotional attachment is different, man. People don't like that. People don't like that.
You can smash my girlfriend, but don't take her to the movies.
It's different, man. It's different. They got a little bit of a different wiring up there. Like what matters to some people does not matter to others. But this stuff it's out of the box. It's out of the box. So the last thing that they said, you don't think of polyamory as a problem solver. So going into polyamory as like a last effort to try to save your relationship, it's pretty much a bad idea is what the experts are saying. You know, I want to warn against that idea because it's not going to solve your problems. And in most cases, it's going to involve adding more conflict than solving everything. So this is different.
Yeah, let us know, guys. Would you be open to a polygamous relationship? Do you think that since younger people are more open to it, that it's going to be a more popular thing? You know, people are still young. You know, they could change when they get older, be a little bit more conservative. But I feel like the trend, this is only the beginning. I feel like people are going to be doing much different things and having different types of relationships, you know, as we evolve.
Yeah.
So let us know, people. Would you be open to it? Do you think that this is going to become more common? And yeah, like,
what do you think college would be like right now? I feel like college campuses are going insane.
what do you mean? In what regard?
I feel like it's like from a sexual standpoint. I remember when we were in college, like there was a lot of crazy stuff going on campus, and that was like LGBT. I can't even talk today. LGBT, I can't talk. You know what I'm saying? All the
gays. The gay people.
Yes. It was just like becoming more accepted. I feel like maybe 10 plus years ago.
When the Supreme Court said y'all can get married.
Exactly.
That was like
with
10 years
Obama
ago,
and stuff like that. Like it was starting to become more accepted.
Yeah.
Now it's really like prevalent. I feel like people are going nuts in college.
Yeah, I feel the opposite. I feel like this generation is more reclusive. I feel like, yeah, they may be more gay. But, you know, we talked about this last week with them, you know, trying to be virgins again. So they might be on a different type of time.
They're putting a different kind of spin on it. They are definitely putting a different kind of spin.
I mean, yeah, I think we looked at like the percentages of young men and how they were impacted, you know, through COVID and how they're just not as active dating. So I think it's less crazy than when we were in college. But let us know, guys. Is shit going crazy in colleges? You know, we should go on a college tour this summer. No, not in the summer. In the fall.
Yeah. In the fall. Yeah. In the fall. We could do some like homecomings or something like that.
Yeah, we should. You know, you got two colleges. I got one. Troy's got one. All Jersey.
Hey,
you know, we could
big Jers.
Hit all of our alma maters.
That would be really funny, actually.
Yeah. Stay tuned, guys. Big things coming. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Spotify. Follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
All the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.